Hello guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we are here with, of course, Zer himself, who you can hear talking over me. Come on, Noodleface, stop talking for a sec. But we're going to be going over his wares, of course. He is going to be bringing some brand new stuff this reset and everything. When it comes to the exotics, of course, it's going to have Arbalest, which is pretty nice for obviously those GMs or whatnot. Carefree Sting with a 63 stat, not great. 68 stat, MK44 stand asides. It's okay, but the strength is a bit lacking on it. And of course, he is going to have the currency and armaments, which are my baby. 67 with the recovery of 25. Honestly, a really solid roll, but I just have better. But that's actually a really solid roll for this exotic. When it comes to the legendary weapons, though, he will, of course, have the True Prophecy with Field Prep and Elemental Capacitor. Way better rolls than this. That's not really that great at all. Gonna have a Nature of the Beast with Rangefinder and Snapshot sights. Honestly, if it had anything other than the Snapshot, it'd be good, decent. He is gonna have a Blood Feud with, of course, Headstone and the Ambitious Assassin. Really, actually, a solid-ass PvE weapon. I'm not gonna lie. As far as stasis go, Headseeker or Headstone, everything's gonna be really nice. And this is craftable too, so it could be really nice that way. He's gonna have a Deafening Whisper with a really solid roll as well. He's gonna have Surplus and Threat Detector, which in PvP can go in really, really close. Really good reloads and everything. And in PvE, it's a waveform, so it's always going to be kind of insane, especially if you go freaking like Hunter with Volatile. He will have the Soul Survivor, which is going to have the Eddy Current and, of course, Frenzy and everything. Not the worst PvE, but I definitely will say that there's better rolls of that. He will have a 7 Seraph Saw 2, opening shot, auto-loading. Way better rolls than that. And a Bump of the Night with Chill Clip and Demolitionist with the Impact Casing and Blast Radius. I will say for PvE as well, this is actually a really solid ass roll too. But the main one we are going to be looking over is, of course, going to be this Deafening Whisper roll. As I said, waveforms are just insane. And this is a really solid one because I don't think you can really farm out for this one particular anymore. That's what makes it really unique. It's a waveform that's void as well. There's no others really other than, of course, the exotics. But yeah, Deafening Whisper Zer is going to be selling, and we're going to try it out in some PvP and some PvE. Of course, PvP will stay on my Warlock, but PvE we'll try out that Grafalcon build. But this should be really, really dope in the right build and whatnot. So without further ado, let's go into PvP with the Deafening Whisper Grenade Launcher. Alrighty, so we are going to be on, of course, the Fortress with the little Deafening Whisper to go, and you'll see that it should be pretty nice in PvP. As I said, it's going to be a waveform, and we'll get it, guys. I think I destroyed his ship. Oh, he's probably so mad. He got double grenade launched as well, so I'd say he is somewhat pissed. But this is, of course, going to be a waveform and everything, so it will do good damage like this and everything. And oh, boys, he's 1 HP over there. Get him, boys. Get his ass. And what the hell just happened? Everyone has died so fast. Oh my god, absolute carnage. But you can see waveforms can be just really, really nice for damage. Now you won't outright kill people like one shot with these. It's not like that type of special weapon. It's legit like an alley-ooping sort of weapon. So someone peeks this corner like this, and then we just go in like this. There's not much they can really do. It's a really cheesy sort of combo, and honestly, if bows get nerfed, which you are going to get nerfed, this will take over, which I don't know if that's going to be a good or a bad thing. It's definitely a lot cheesier because you can do stuff like that. If you don't whiff, of course, it's a lot cheesier, but realistically, with the nerfs that are coming to bows and everything, and special weapons aren't going to be as useful anyway because they're getting kind of nerfed in terms of ammo economy. So realistically, everything's going to kind of blend out a little bit, but these are definitely going to be used a lot more once bows get nerfed. I mean, if you're a bow guy, it's legit the next best thing because the damage is just going to be there. It's pretty easy. I know it's not hit scan or anything, but shoot them generally around their feet like this, and the damage will be there. Now that it didn't go down the wall. But when it comes to the roll on this in particular, there's no kill clips or anything really on it or whatnot, or alt shots or whatever. But what's really nice about it is that it does have that threat detector. So whenever I'm in and around someone like this, buddy, he's lagging his ass off. Bungie, why? Oh my god, we got 2 kills. But when you kind of like run up on people like that, it's basically just like free ass kills. I mean, this guy's 1 HP, your man, thank you. But it's just kind of like free ass kills. They're half HP, and also it's just spam it, get the shot on them, and as soon as you kind of see that they're weak, you just legit go after them with an SMG. It's pretty damn freaking nasty, I'm not gonna lie. Checkmate is definitely where it's gonna like kind of fizzle out a little bit. I don't know if I hit that guy. He just got insta one tapped. I don't know if I'm lagging or not. This is like the second day that this happened. Oh, look at that alley-oop. My man is probably so pissed that these are getting railed right now, but that's the power of it, guys. That is how you use it. Threat Detector, Wellspring. If I've got like freaking any sort of ability, it's a shotgun. But any sort of abilities I've got going, I've got my handling going. Any sort of freaking enemy near me, I've got Threat Detector going. It honestly has some really nice perks kind of going for it, as I said. It wouldn't be the god roll for PvP. I mean, waveforms are all generally the same. You kind of just shoot the ground like and profit. So I wouldn't generally say that this is going to exactly be the absolute god roll for it. It's a very solid roll for PvP. But I think as far as void weapons go, if you want to get a void build going, it's going to be really, really sweet and everything. So I definitely would recommend, if you don't have one of these, to kind of pick it up off Zer. Oh, mama, there's like multiple people up there. It's legit just like, it can be pretty much just free ass kills. As long as they're not just jumping in the air. Like some of these guys are. And oh, we're gonna hit so many people. Hit two. But if you get it going, of course, in PvP and everything, it can be really, really nice. Now, there is heavy here. And oh, boys, I got a galleon. See you later, boys. And we go again. I didn't hit him with a grenade launcher, but you know, screw it. Oh, full Titan. Oh, my God. The man just absolutely wrecked him. Okay, this is probably going to be a mercy roll and everything like that. I was more looking at this anyway toward PvE and everything. And oh, man's just freaking running around the Sparrow. I was honestly kind of looking toward more on this and PvE and everything, though, because realistically, oh, mama, he is probably so mad. I just panic supered. But yeah, when it came to PvE, that's where you're probably going to see the best thing. You can see the damage 163 in a well. But you're probably going to see the best effects of a waveform in PvE, don't get me wrong. I mean, not that it's bad PvP, but it's definitely kind of a niche area. And bows will just give you no special ammo requirements, and also just give you a little bit more bang for your buck because you can just spam the freaking shots. I got what's up with this bow guy or this freaking shotgun guy. But yeah, this is gonna be the Deafening Whisperers. There is gonna sell. Their whole freaking team is just left. Oh my God. Yep. Welcome to control, boys. If you're freaking winning by a lot, this is what's gonna happen. But yeah, I will say that, yeah, Xur is setting a really, really sweet one, I think, with this sort of role. It's pretty solid for both PvP, PvE. I mean, waveforms, especially the Void one. I know there's a chain reaction, of course. Forbearance, everyone's gonna spam me with saying it's the best thing, and it's really good, don't get me wrong, it's probably the best. But if you want a good Void one for a Void build or whatever, this is a really kind of solid one to pick up and everything. You definitely see that the damage is definitely there. And guys, can I get some kills? How is this not being mercy rolled yet? What? So I will say overall, yeah, 100%. If you don't have one, go to Xur right now and pick it up, because there's a Void weapon. It's really, really dope, and you'll see the power of it as well when it comes to PvE. That's where it becomes absolutely insane. And guys, come on, leave him alone. The game is about to end. Don't freaking kill him. He has nothing to lose here. Just blasting a guy, can't even fight back. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course, with the Deafening Whisper that could. And this is where it's gonna become obviously a lot better in terms of how it works and whatnot. I will have Volatile on, of course, because I got the Falcons. And you will see the angle you can kind of get going on this sort of weapon will be insanely good. That's why it can just be so dope, like you can see. Oh, Grafalcons is just so nasty, though. I know it's Volatile kind of doing a lot of my work, but it's more that you can just get so much kind of damage going so freaking quickly. So that's the greatest part about this. So you can basically have your dodge going 24/7 on Grafalcons, and they're good build and whatnot. So we just get the battery going, and we just pop it in there, and everything just gets volatile, and then you can just blast them. As I said, Volatile is just obviously so good with Grafalcons, but that's why I'm saying that the oop, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot I was on a freaking war or hunter. But yeah, that's why when it comes to this weapon and everything, it will be really, really nice, and especially with the threat detector, you can kind of see when you're in amongst the freaking, obviously all the enemies and whatnot, you can basically get your Ritas going super, super quickly. Now, this is like the worst terrain I've ever seen for a freaking waveform, because every single person or every single rock can legit make my freaking wave go the opposite direction. This is gonna be so horrible. But yeah, one quick dodge and everything, of course, my Grafalcons and everything like that. You get your Volatiles going. As I said, it's just a really nice accurate sort of weapon. I mean, I know there is others in the game instead of forbearance and whatnot. This is more for people who don't have any sort of waveforms. They don't really have any other way of kind of farming them. There is others like the undercurrent or whatever you can kind of get from Nightfalls or whatnot. But as I said, this is just a really solid one. Is it the gold roll PvE? Probably not, because you can get a lead from gold version of this, of course. But I still will say that if you get a version of this roll, especially with this one officer, it won't do you any like wrong. As I said, it's got pretty good rolls in terms of threat detector. It just kind of all goes in together. I will say, obviously, it's not going to be great for this dealing with one enemy. It's definitely a freaking like accurate sort of weapon. But as I said, it's still a really, really sweet ass freaking fusion or grenade launcher that I think it's just worth picking up for especially a lot of kind of newer players. Sir is selling a pretty sweet one, as I said. I mean, it's not the exact god roll, but it's still 100% worth picking up, because there's not many void sort of waveforms in the game, and you can definitely see the power that this one has. I mean, even without the volatile kind of going, you definitely see that I can just absolutely blast things. The damage is just so nutty on these weapons. But alrighty, final kind of, I know, PvE side of things with this sort of weapon. You can definitely see that PvE, that's where this weapon will shine so well. I mean, spam, of course, obviously you have supers and everything kind of going. Spam out the shots though, of course, spam out the supers and everything with it too, of course, to work. But I just think in general, as far as this weapon goes, in terms of just going invis and getting the free freaking, what's it called, volatile going, of course, with the Falcons. And also the amount of damage this can do, like, it's not even just with the Falcons as well. This does damage in and of itself. I mean, Definitely one of the highest sort of special weapons kind of get going. But I'd be 100% be trying to get my hands on, because even just for things like this, look at the many things that just die here. As I said, look at the carnage you can do with this weapon. It's just, it's so glorious. Any sort of ads that come at you, they just get absolutely annihilated. So yeah, as I said, as far as PvE is concerned, it's just an absolute banger of a freaking grenade launcher. The waveforms just go in so ham. So I'd definitely be saying to you, especially new players, 100% get your ass deserved to try to get this. It's by no means the absolute god roll, but the fact that you can't farm this out and he's selling a pretty decent roll, for me, definitely gives it a little bit more to it, as I said. You're not really going to always guarantee yourself god rolls or anything with this. You can probably actually farm for it through, I assume through the exotic mission rotators. I don't know which one, to be honest, but I assume one of them you can probably farm for this Deafening Whisper on it, but I still do think overall that even this one that you can get off Zero, this is still a solid one to kind of pick up if you want to use for both PvP, PvE, and yeah, I'd definitely be trying to get my hands on it because it's just nasty with the volatile. I mean, what is not to like about this weapon? It's just so freaking sweet and volatile. Well, that is it for me, and of course, the Deafening Whisper itself. As I said, this weapon can go in really, really well. You can see I had 99 enemies defeated, and that was one strike and one game of PvP. I didn't kill that much of PvP either because of how the game went, so realistically, this thing nearly killed 100 things in one strike, which I know people were like, cash nothing, but it's just clearing rooms, guys. It's legit. You get a freaking line of enemies, it just goes straight through them all, especially when you got volatile going. And the Deafening Whisper is just an absolute freaking blast of a grenade launcher. I know people are going to still say to me it's not the absolute god roll, and I will agree that there's other rolls you could probably get if you were going to farm out for it. So some people might go for left from gold. You got things, of course, like auto-loading holster and everything like that. They're great in these sorts of weapons. But I do think threat detecting can come in really, really nice, of course, because you get that extra reload when you're close to enemies, handling and everything. And surplus can just be great as well for PvP. I mean, this role is for PvP and PvE. Can go in pretty damn freaking well. I know, of course, people will say to me as well, why don't you just use Undercurrent, Forbearance, all those other waveforms? You can 100%. I'm not saying that this is the best waveform in the game, but it's one of the only void ones apart from, of course, the exotic ones. I think this is the only void one, right? But I will say overall that this Deafening Whisper, definitely worth grabbing if you don't have a roll of it. If you have a pretty bad roll too, or if you want just like a decent roll, 100% worth getting off Zero this week, because this thing, it's just an absolute banger about PvP, PvE. It can do absolute work. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, and really see more content, subscribe. Have a fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see the next collective in the next one.